Hey, welcome to the Danger Zone, Miss Ashley. Everything in this video can be found on a public domain. The full disclaimer's down below. Lots of love and many blessings your way. Before we go any further, I wanted to show y'all something that kind of creeps me out. And I know you thought the same thing. Everybody is seeing this difference. I don't know which Harry this is, but it's a totally different one from the one we've been looking at. Here's the most recent one. He was out talking about a charity Gurkha walk. To me, he looks way different, but the same. Does that make sense? It totally reminds me of back when I was in junior high school. I knew a set of twin girls. And the one girl got all the fantastic genetics in utero. And it was like whatever was left over, the other sister got. And that was really sad. And you know what the kids called them? Man, kids are so cruel. They were back then. They called these girls before and after. That was their nicknames at school. Now, when I see Harry, I always look for his horns and his eye color. Because a dark-eyed, smooth forehead having Harry is not the original one. So let's talk about what's going on now. Would you not be mortified if you were trying to be slick and pull something off and then you get called out for it? You get busted? Listen, you and I knew that letter that she wrote to her dad was not just intended for her dad. We already knew this. But as we all know, in a court of law, you're just going to have to investigate things and do things the legal way to find a resolution. And so they have since, after legally investigating this letter, it has been determined that she did not write that letter with the intentions of her dad's eyes only. Y'all, they're saying this is a part of her PR strategy. The entire situation's been a game on Meghan's end. That being the case, and this is coming from experts, so if that's the case, that just tells me her dad was in on it too. And I have flip-flopped with this man, but I'm back on he's involved. I believe every one of these family members have made out like bandits. Now, I didn't in the beginning, but I do now. And there's a couple of these pictures that just don't look really authentic to me. They look very photoshopped, but that's another video for another day. So what happened to her dad? He's the one that said he was going to start dropping information weekly. Do you think I think for a minute he's really going to testify against her? I think all this is a game. I mean, think about it. She's writing letters to her dad, but before all that even started, her brother and her sister wrote letters to the royal family. Is this like a letter-writing family or what? How many people do you know that still write handwritten letters? So that right there tells me that these letters from the very first one her brother sent to Prince Harry, these letters were a part of their plan, every one of them. Letters, that's all we've heard. It totally sounds far-fetched, I'm with you. But listen, what is she known for? Calligraphy or good handwriting, whatever it's called. And what kicked off her whole feminism streak? To hear her tell it at 9 years old or 11 or whatever she was, where her dad supposedly encouraged her to write Hillary Clinton in the soap company. Makes me feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone watching a really crappy play. I believe all of this was orchestrated, no doubt about it, and I know y'all do too because we've talked about it a lot. But for her, I think it took a road she wasn't prepared for. So the trial hearing's set for January of 2021. I believe everything's going to spill out. Talk about a bestseller, that's going to be it. And this picture right here proves to me she's been in contact with her dad. Think about it, this right here is not the first time they've been out in the rain under an umbrella at night. Yet this is the first time they've hooked a light up to it to give them the best lighting. That comes from Daddy, no doubt about it. Now, unless the royal family go to the legal system and say, look, you better not say anything, exactly as they did with CNN and Uncle Andy a few years back, we're going to be finding out all kinds of crazy stuff. I'm happy they called her out on that PR strategy with that letter. This is just the beginning. Speaking of the beginning, I remember back before Fun and Freebies came out, O Magazine, you know, Oprah's magazine, had written an article up. And it was talking about how Meghan and Harry finally get to tell their side of the story in this book. So I went back this morning. I was going to prove that this article said Harry and Meghan are excited to speak their piece through this book. And wouldn't you know, it's been totally edited. They went back and added parentheses. And in between the parentheses, it says, written with the help of those closest to Harry and Meghan. And I'm here to tell you, the original article did not have that in it. Y'all, they're cleaning up everything. Always listen to your gut, folks, because you know what? The day I read that article, something said take a screenshot, and I didn't. But here's one of Omid where he lies about his age to everybody everywhere. And this is the Joker we supposed to believe when he said Harry and Meghan had nothing to do with the writing of this book. Yeah, I don't believe none of them. Actions speak louder than words. If they were truly being honest and they had nothing to do with this detrimental, disrespectful book, then where in the world is their lawsuit against Omid and Carolyn? And speaking of lawsuit, listen to this. So in the beginning, remember she had to get the same attorney that represented Diana, David Sherborne. Now he also represents Johnny Depp against Amanda Heard. And if you haven't heard anything about that little situation, you're not missing much. A couple of trash bags that are always addled out of their brain, trying to hit on each other physically, and telling each other's dirty little habits to the entire world. Like Johnny loves Coke 24 hours a day, but he likes his with a tampon plunger. Shoot, that's no secret aside from that plunger thing. And she's a complete hypocritical racist. She went from being out there being an activist for illegal aliens and their rights to dogging them down the next day. These people are all kinds of messed up. But Meghan, so it's been told, and they're trying to now clean this up, by the way, fired David Sherborne because he represents Johnny Depp. She does not want somebody representing her that defends a woman abuser. So to continue on with her feminism, her girl power, she's going to stick by Amber. Well, duh. She loves her racist friends. So it really shouldn't come as a shock or surprise to any of us, as the other side of her face is screaming Black Lives Matter. She don't have a clue where her loyalty lies. Speaking of loyalty, here we go. Meghan's so-called sugars, her fans, her loyal devotees, made such a stink about the pictures that were used to wish Harry a happy birthday. These jokers literally claimed that Meghan had been in these pictures and that she was deliberately taken out with Photoshop. That is unbelievable crazy. These are the exact same clowns that Meghan wants to say thank you to every time she gets a chance. They said some horrible stuff to William and Catherine. They bullied them from one end to the next. It was so bad that Kensington Palace broke down and made a public statement. They listed all the dates that those pictures of Harry were originally taken, and it was pre-Meghan. Those people just looking to fight all the time. Such negativity. So demonic. I hope y'all are having a really good day today. I'll see you soon and we'll talk fast. Please stay safe and be blessed. Sweet Rosebud, I have so enjoyed this package. It really was so sweet and thoughtful. And I'm thankful, so thankful. Thank you so much.